Hey guys, come on in. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and we are going to work on the back side of a canvas bag that we did yesterday. I'm kind of excited. I hope it turns out. All right, this is, y'all, I'm telling you, I added all of this bling on here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, this is the, let me see if I can bring y'all in on this, because there's like, I added all kinds of rhinestones. Let's see, can you see the rhinestones? Let me see if I can get it up closer. See the rhinestones? There are all kinds of rhinestones on this. It turned out so pretty. And let me show y'all, okay? See, can you see the everything that's shimmering and glittering? I stayed up last night after I got offline, and I put rhinestones in, you know, a lot of rhinestones throughout this piece, and I am so excited with how this turned out. Now I'm just hoping I don't mess up the back side. Okay, this is one side. It is a side that has just one solid panel. The back side of this, which is what I'm going to work on tonight, it has two pockets in it. It's got a pocket here, and it has a pocket here. And so the obvious question is, why didn't I, or at least the obvious question to me would be, why didn't you put the lavender on the side with the pockets? Well, the reason for that is, remember yesterday when I did the lavender stencil from Chalk Couture, I talked about the bumps and everything. I need to move this out of the way because it's in the way. But I talked about how the bumps can interfere with the stencil. So, and it didn't have enough room for the lavender to fit all the way in here. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and just stencil it on the back. And then I was going to leave the pockets plain. But I know a lot of people like to carry, you know, their pockets on the outside. So I'm thinking, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and we are going to do a Harlequin pattern on here. And so I'm kind of doing a mix of a Chalk Couture stencil on one side and an Essential stencil on the other. And so I'm going to take the three colors of the purple ink that I used last night. Let me put this down here so I don't lose it. I'm going to take those three colors, and what I'm going to do is I am going to start with, all right, let me see. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hang on. I'm going to put some tape. We're going to use some tape tonight, y'all. Going to use tape. I don't want to take any chances of this coming off in places where I don't want it. So I'm going to stick my tape right up underneath the lip. I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to turn out, because if this turns out how I think it's going to turn out, let me tell you how I came up with this idea. I first thought about, you know, doing the, I don't like this tape. Let's see if I've got a different tape. All right, I guess I can bring this back up underneath here a little bit more. So I had thought about the idea of doing doing a rice paper on here. Let me point it down a little bit. I thought about doing rice paper. So I went online and I thought, well, is there a, you know, a Harlequin pattern in purple? Because I wanted a variety of purples. Well, I couldn't find anything. And I thought, well, that stinks. And then I got to thinking, you know, I'm learning how to paint. Why can't I just do this without having to decoupage it? I'm just going to paint it. So that is where my inspiration came from. My inspiration came from not being able to find what I wanted And so I thought, well, I know I have some Harlequin or diamond. Okay, and I'm gonna have to pull this out, I think, once we get in here. I want to pull so that there aren't any humps, bumps, or lumps, or anything like that. And I'm going to turn this around, and we are going to tape the other side of it too. And we hope that this is going to turn out the way we want it. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to fill this in. And then I don't know if I'm going to end up with, all right, I want to go under this. I'm going to actually go under this pattern here. I mean, this pocket. Okay, I'm going to go under that so that I don't take any chances of getting that on there. Now I can't go under the other one, but I can go under this one. So let me tear this off of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the side that is flat up against underneath here and up against, I think, this piece here. And then I'm going to do a small piece. Okay, we're going to get this all nice and taped up, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to come up against here, and I'm going to put this flat edge all the way. I'm going to butt that up right there, and then I'm going to come across, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to take the flat edge of the tape, okay, the flat edge of the tape, and I'm going to put it right up against this seam underneath. And then we're going to take some more tape and we're going to put it from one side to the other. And the reason why I'm using the flat edge of the tape is because I'll be able to get that right up underneath there instead of having a jagged edge. That way I don't have to worry about cutting it. Okay, and here we go. I'm just taping this. And sometimes that's what we have to do to prepare our work. So I'm going to get another piece here, just a small piece, and I'm going to fill in this little gap here. And I decided that I'm going to go ahead and use the same ink that I used last night. Okay, we're just taping this off because the only part that I'm going to use. Hey Becca, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't seen you online or anything. Are you doing okay? I hope you're doing okay. All right, so we're going to take and just do a really thorough job of getting this tape down. I'll show you in just a minute. I'll show you what I'm finding that this is actually going down better if I do it in small segments as opposed to one big segment. I'm going to show you, let me show you the back of this. This is what we did yesterday. This is a Chalk Couture stencil, and I don't know if you can see the, hey Nancy, let me bring y'all in just a minute. See if you can see you see the rhinestones? I loaded this with rhinestones last night after I got off. And anyway, so this is one side of this tote bag, and the side that we're going to work on tonight is the side with pockets. And I thought, you know, I just really need to put something on those pockets. And Harlequin is what I kind of had my heart set on, but I didn't want something that was really, really heavy. So I'm going to take the 3 colors of the Chalk Couture ink that I used last night, and I'm going to kind of blend these together. And I'm going to take these 3 here, and I'm going to just kind of mismatch. I don't even know what the word is that I want to do, but I'm going to just kind of play with it and see where it goes. So this is the stencil that I'm going to use. And I think what I want to do, if I can find the center. Oh, you know what I need to do? Hang on a minute. I know how I can do this. I'm going to start in the center and work my way out on both sides. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stitched line right here so that I can find it. All right. Ta-da! Problem solved. And this way I'll be able to see it through the tape. And I'm going to come down, and I think what I want to do is I am going to go, all right, I want to make sure that this is straight. And I'm going to tape this down. All right, that looks good. That looks good. All right, I'm going to tape this down. And I am going to, I'm going to have 3 different brushes going. I'm going to have one color for each one of these brushes. And not quite sure how this is going to all shake out, but we're going to give it our best shot, y'all. We are going to give it our best shot. All right, so I'm going to start from the center and work out. Thanks, Becca. I really, oh, sorry about that. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to pull this, try and pull this out of here, this extra fabric. See how I can do this. This is a Hobby Lobby bag, and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't normally go from the top to the bottom, but the bottom to the top, but I think tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this down so that I have this sitting flat a little bit better. And before my hands get all filled with paint and stuff like that, I think I'm going to start at the bottom, and then what I can do is all right, let me pull this out, because I really want to be able to get this all the way flat. And so I'm going to use just a little bit of water with the Chalk Couture, the Chalk Couture paste. So this color here, this is an ink that I'm going to be using. And this is called Berry. So I'm going to open this up. And this color here is called Shimmer Violet. I know y'all can't read that, but if you want to screenshot it or you want to go back and screenshot it later, you'll be able to do that. And then, all right, let me get this. And I'm going to just take some of this out of here. I don't want it really, really thick. I'm thinking kind of a, I don't know if grungy look is the right word that I want to use, but I'm going to have a look where I'm going to put some of this right here in the top, and then I'm going to put a little bit of water on this, and we're going to see where we go with this. And I think I'm going to use the lid for this one too, because I want this to be kind of wet. And then when we're done, we're going to take and we're going to heat set this just like we would on a regular Chalk Couture ink project. And but I'm mixing the Chalk Couture ink with the Essential Stencil, and this is called Perfect Purple. I don't think this purple is available, but there is a purple called Regal, and it's a little bit darker. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking 3 different colors of purple, and I'm going to kind of mix and match them like I did last night, and because those are the colors that are on the back side of this, I'm going to use those same colors tonight. All right, so let's see what happens. I'm going to add a little bit of water to each one of these. This is distilled water. And, all right, I already got a stir stick, so let me get this one out. And we're going to see, oops, we're going to see where we go with this, y'all. I want this to be kind of thin, but not too thin. All right, let me, and this is going to be an experiment to see what happens, because I have not used the Essential Stencil ink, and I mean the Chalk Couture ink and the Essential Stencil stencils, and I just want to get this kind of thin because I don't want it to be really, really, really heavy, and I may have to come back and add more to this. We'll see. All right, so there is that. Let me wipe my hands off, and I'm going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to have like some patches where it's going to look kind of like it's sparse. And then I'm going to have patches where it's going to be a little bit heavy. And so we'll just see what happens. I love playing and trying new things. And, you know, since I've been taking some different painting classes and learning different things about painting, I'm looking at a lot of different rice papers, and I'm like, can I do that? I can do that. I think I can do that. So I'm learning and I'm growing, and why am I telling you all this? Because I am a math teacher, okay? I did not start, I've never considered myself to be an artist, but I do now. And it's come with learning and stepping out of my comfort zone. And, you know, and the bottom line is that y'all can do this too. So now I'm just going to, we're going to get some more water in here. And we're going to see where this takes us. And you know, if it messes up, it's just paint, and and you know, if we don't do anything else, we'll learn that this does not work, or we will learn that, yes, this does work, okay? So 3 Essential Stencil brushes so that I can keep my colors separate, and 3 different Chalk Couture inks. It's an acrylic. It's water-based, but this is more like an acrylic than it is a chalk mineral paste. All right, and so I'm going to add a little more water because I really want this to be faint. I don't want it to be saturated. And I don't know if that's going to happen tonight or not, so we will see. Oh, thank you. I tell you, I am having so much fun, Becca. I really am. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to put the stir sticks back into their containers, and I will come back to that. All right, so I'm going to start at the bottom, and then that will allow me to flatten this out and move forward with this. All right, I have 3 brushes, and I can pull in some other brushes if I need to. I haven't decided yet if I am going to use, all right, that one, that one. All right, so I also have some mini brushes, and I might bring those in too. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here's my cardboard that I have for offloading. Remember that I'm starting in the center, and do I want to bring that over? Hold on a minute. Let me, before I get going, because it's not quite on that line. All right, hold on. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to change it now before I can't change it later. I want to bring this all the way over to the line. I'm going to bring this all the way to this line, and I'm going to bring it down. And I'm making this so that hang on. I want this to be flat. All right, let's see if that's better. I'm going to bring this up, and that's pretty straight. And that's not straight. Hang on. All right, I should have left it alone.
Them exercising like that.
Okay, honey, good night.
Good night.
So I'm going to line this bottom up here. And, all right, I should have left it alone. I knew I should have left it alone, but that's okay, because that's how we do, that's how we learn. All right, I'm just going to, I'm lining up these, where the halfway point on these diamonds are, all along the bottom, so that it'll be straight. Let's see here. Yep, I should have left it alone. Do y'all do that? You keep messing with it, and it's like, oh, I wished I left it alone. Oh well. All right, here we go. That's looking good. That's looking good. Press this down. This is going to be decent. I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I think it's going to be good. All right, so let me get another piece of tape out. You know, they say leave better leave well enough alone, right? All right, so I'm gonna just kind of press that down, and I'm gonna put a piece of tape over here just to hold this down while I'm stenciling. And I am going to start with, whoops, I folded over too much. I'm going to start here. Okay, I'm going to do these down here. All right, here we go, y'all. Off and running. All right, so I've got 3 different brushes. And 3 different colors of paint. And I'm gonna need probably, all right, we're gonna offload. I need to have, probably use this cup here for my brushes. And I'm gonna just randomly come in here. I'm going to load my brush, and then I'm going to offload my brush, because that's what this kind of stenciling does. And this is thin. This is pretty thin. I may come back and decide that I need it thicker, but for now, this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to start with the hardest parts first, because that's where I'm going to have the least amount. All right, coming in here and just randomly just totally random. And there was no reason for me to start with the lighter one. It's just what came up, but I'm going to tell you, I recommend that you start with the lighter color first, because you can always go over with the darker color, but you going over with the lighter color isn't necessarily going to work as well for you. All right, so here we go. Just random, random, random. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some of this shimmer. I like this shimmer. This has got some sparkle in it. And I'm going to load, and I'm probably going to have to come back and maybe add some more paint, get some more water on here. All right, y'all, here we go. All right, so I'm going to take and the places that okay, and I'm not filling all of them in with everything, and then I'm going to come back over. I'm going to leave some white spots because I wanted to have kind of a hint of a shadow or an openness to it. All right, so there's that one. So we got that one. And now I'm going to lift this tape up. And I'm going to move this up here. And I'm going to take, okay, I'm just mixing these brushes up. And now I'm going to come in with the third color. I'm going to load it, and then I'm going to offload it. I have no idea what the end project is going to look like. We will see. You're going to see it at the same time I see it. All right, so I'm coming up here. I'm going to get some of my diamonds in here. And I'm just kind of going in different places just to keep it random. I really hope this turns out, y'all. If it does, I think it'll be really, really pretty. But you know, like I said, I was looking at some rice paper. All right, let me get this over here. Some rice paper with, I was looking for Harlequins with purple on it, and I couldn't find it, and I thought, you know, why can't I just make my own, right? Isn't that what we do? All right, so here we go. Gonna get some of this purple here. And then I don't have to worry about glue or anything else. All right, so we're gonna come back. Hey.
Hey.
And we are going to add some of this light color again. And the idea is that it's going to match what's on the other side. That's what we're going for. Like I said, this is totally random. If y'all try this, you get to choose whatever colors you want and do it however you want. Okay. All right. Now we're going to come in with, which one is this? I think I'm using one of the same brushes twice. All right, let's come in here with this color. Again, offloading. Ooh, that's kind of brown looking. So I want to be careful with that. I could even add some pink in here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Let me just peek and see what we got. All right, we're going to lift this up. And we're going to lift this one up. I'm going to put this down here. All right, so this one. All right, so I think I want to come back with some of the metallic. Is that metallic? I've got them all mixed up now, y'all. I don't know which one is which. All right, I'm coming in here. This is just watered down ink from Chalk Couture. here we go. Coming over here with a little bit of the glitter. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I really don't want it really, really heavy. I'm after kind of, I don't like a, almost like a fade. But I do want the glitter. I want to try and get as much glitter on this as I can. Trying to get the sides so that that shows up. All right, so that one, and put that over there. And now I'm gonna come in and see what color this is. All right, we're gonna go with the lighter one. I'm gonna kind of brush some of this out of here. Kind of thinking we can't go but so wrong, right? Because we've got the same colors on the back side. All right, here we go. We're gonna move this up into the bristles, offload, and I'm gonna leave some negative space in some of these. Let me see what I got. I think it's going to be pretty, y'all. I really do. All right, so I'm going to bring this one out. All right, starting at the bottom, if you're working with a canvas bag that has a lot of bulk, starting at the bottom is a good thing to do, because now it's getting easier and I don't have all the extra paint or raw. All right, so here's that one. I'm going to go back in with the glitter. Is it the glitter I want? No. I'm going to go back in with this color here. Perfect Purple or something like that, I think it is. Okay, and here we go. And who knows, I may come back with some white in the centers of these. I haven't decided yet. So the next time, the moral of this story is supposed to be, the next time you go looking for rice paper, try and figure out if it's something that you can do with paint. And I think you're going to find that most of the time that's going to be the case. And as you practice and get better and do more, you will get better and do more even after that. I am a perfect example of that because I did not start out with this kind of levels of painting ability. All right, so here we go. I'm going to move this over. And, okay, let's see what I'm going to do here. Y'all, I'm confused. If you really want to know the truth about it. All right, that's the wrong color. That's not what I want. I want the lighter color. So let me come back in here with some of the lighter color. Like I said, I'm doing this all random, so I'm getting confused as to where I'm going where with what. But I'm thinking it should turn out. I'm thinking it should turn out really, really pretty. All right, here we go. I'm going to come on this side here, And I'm going to brush away from the stencil so that I don't get a whole lot underneath the stencil. And I'm going to just kind of do this one in the middle. Oh, there's my... And I'm going to come over here. All right, and we're going to put that one down and come back with... It's kind of hard to tell which one is which. All right, this is the Perfect Purple. Offloading. Trying to get those edges nice and kind of crisp so that there's some definition to it. Okay, I'm liking it so far. Pull that off of there. All right, now I'm going to do a little bit more of the light color. I'm going to do some of that over here. All right, let's see what we got. Like I said, I want to be careful. I have a tendency to overdo things, so I just have to make sure that I walk away when I need to walk away. All right, let's look at, oh my gosh, y'all, you are not going to believe this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. Will you look at that? Okay, look at this. Wow, 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 wow. You can't really see the colors. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I wanted. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to do the same thing that we did on the left. We're going to do on the right. Oh my word. Now what I need to do is I need to find some kind of trim to put on here. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to pull this up, and now all we have to do is match up this stencil. All right, let's see. I'll put it this way. So we're going to match up this stencil. And again, we're going to come down here. This is going to be easier than the first time because all we have to do, oh my word. All right, I need to bring this down. And we're going to match this up perfectly. And when we do, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Who would have thought that this would be as gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And the shimmer on this. I'm loving it. I am loving it. All right, so let me get some tape. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Thank you, Becca. You have a good night, too. I appreciate you sprinkling that out. You can stop back in and see how this turns out. I am loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, I've got to come over here. And all right, looks like, looks like I'm going to have to do this one like this. And that one like that. And then I'm going to put this down. Hang on, this is going to want to give me a hard time. Oh, I'm going to line it up. Wow. Okay, and then we're going to line this up over here. All right, hang on. I want get this right, because this is where the connection's going to be, so we want this to be right. And then again, I'm going to pull this and we're going to put some tape down, just like we did before. I'm going to want to make sure that these line up. And just like we did, we're going to start at the bottom. And it looks like it's going to be okay. Y'all, it's looking gorgeous. Okay, I'm excited. I'm going to put that down there just so that we can hold some of this down. All right, and here we go. I'm starting at the bottom, just like I did before. And I'm going to have to turn y'all over this way. And I'm going to start at the bottom. And again, oh my gosh. You know what? I think I'm going to have enough to finish this with. It really didn't take a whole lot. All right, so here we go. I'm going in with my light color. And again, I'm going to just random, just finding random spots. And I think I'm going to come over here and go, I want to get this part first. Wow. I don't think I could have asked for this to turn out better than it's turning out. I get so excited, y'all, when a plan comes together. All right, so we're going to take that. And now I'm going to take, and I'm going to add some glitter. So let me get my glitter ink. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and like I said, I want to leave some negative space. Okay, getting the glitter on there because I want it to be sparkly. And then we're going to go back through wow. Okay, y'all, I don't know if I'm going to be buying any more Harlequin rice paper because this is just too easy to do. All right, let me come in here. There's the glitter. Let me come in here with the perfect purple. Hey, Carl, you still there? All right, this is like amazing how this is turning out. I could not have asked for it to do any better than it is. I am like serious, y'all. All right, coming in here with the dark purple and just randomly finding spots. Fill this in. Y'all can do this. Y'all, this is so easy. So easy. All right, coming back with some of the lighter color. This is the berry. And you wait till we turn this around and it's gonna all blend together like we're professionals. Cannot believe how awesome this is turning out. I'm just taking the 3 colors and randomly, just really, there's no right or rhyme reason. I'm just trying to spread the color out. And all right, let me get this perfect purple again. Actually, I think I want to go in with some of the glitter. So let's get, and all I've done is taken the Chalk Couture ink, watered it down.
Yeah.
And just randomly, let's see what I got. And I'm leaving some light spots intentionally. Wow. So that it's not real harsh. I want a light touch to this. And all right, so here we go. I think I want to come in with this perfect purple. Add a little bit more of this, because this is kind of more of a lavendery look. And let's see, I'm going to put this maybe up here. Just kind of playing with it. I'm just looking to see what I think I want, how I want to do this. Okay. And all right, so I'm going to lift this up and we're going to move up to the next level. I'm going to tape this down so that so I don't get a whole lot of bleed through, and we're going to go in with this purple. This is the perfect purple. And just randomly putting it on different spots. Now remember, this is going to be the center of your bag where most people are going to look first, I would think. Okay, so we've got that. Going to add a little bit of this in here. All right, I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to come in with, again, with this glitter. I've got 3 more rows to go, and I think I'm going to do fine as far as having enough of the watered down texture. And I'm kind of doing 2 rows at the same time. And I'm going to come back with some of the lighter stuff. This is the berry. Now the perfect purple is no longer available, but there's a Regal. So really what you want is you want a dark, a medium, and a light is what you're after. That's what you're after. A dark, a medium, and a light. And I'm intentionally not filling in everything completely because I want some negative space to show up. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. I could not have asked for this to turn out any prettier, y'all. I'm serious. I get so excited when I get to the point where I'm doing a little bit more and a little bit better each time. It is so fun for me. All right, coming in with the perfect purple. And let's see how I want to do this. Maybe kind of come over here. Just looking for like empty spots that may need a little bit more work done on them. Wow. Okay, last row, y'all. Here we go. This is the last row. Gonna bring this down here. And we're gonna go in here with, all right, let's see what I wanna do. I'm gonna kinda come in here, come in here, come in here. Okay. Perfect purple. Oops. A little bit more of the perfect purple. And this is ink. I'll heat set this when I'm done. Okay, and okay, so we're going to put that off to the side, and now I'm going to go in with some of this glitter. It's a little bit lighter, but it's got the glitter in it. And when I'm done, I will clean these. With just soap and water. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to come in with this berry. You really need 3 different colors to make this work. All right, here we go. And I'm not filling all of the space in. I'm leaving some kind of negative space here. Wow. Wow. Y'all, I'm telling you, I would have never dreamed that these colors were going to do what they do together. But it's that 3. It's that using 3 different colors makes so much difference. 2 is good, but when you do the 3rd one, it just really kicks it up. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what I got. Wow. Okay, I think I got it. I think that's it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what we have, y'all. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Could that not be any prettier? All right, I'm going to take this off of here. Wow. Okay. I think I want to add a little bit of the glitter right here on this side here. Now, I could put the, wow. Oh my goodness. All right, let me pull this up. And y'all wait till I turn this over. It is gorgeous. Gonna lift this up. Wow. And to think that I was looking for rice paper. This is exactly what I wanted. And you know, and I got to thinking, where did my, it's over here. You know, when I was looking for the Harlequin rice paper with these colors in it, I thought, how am I going to match up these colors perfectly? And then it was like, well, duh. Just paint it. Just paint it with the same colors that you just used, and then it will match up perfectly, right? All right, I'm putting my, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm putting my brushes in my water so that I can clean it out a little bit easier. I'm also taking my stir sticks. Wow. All right, now I'm not sure that I'm completely finished yet, so hang tight. We'll see. Whoops. We'll see what we do. Let me get this on my hands. Oh my goodness. All right, and these matched up pretty well. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hang on, hang tight. All right, so we're putting the lids back on these and wiping this all down so that it's not a mess when I pick it up the next time. Oh, y'all wait till I turn this over. Wow, 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 wow. All right, here we go. Just trying to get these out of the way. Okay, I got a mess on my hands. All right, let me put some of this on my hands. Spray some water so I can get this ink off of me. The next thing we need to do is we need to heat set this. And I'm thinking that we need to maybe put some gold. Do I want to do gold or do I want to do silver? You know, and I looked at some silver ones in my stash and I thought, no, I'll do gold. But I'm thinking maybe we want silver. All right, let me bring this. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, let me show you what we have. Okay. This is one side, and on the opposite side we have the very same colors. And so you can do it either way. So we've got it going either way. All right, but now what we need to do is we need to heat set this. So let me turn my Cricut heat press on, and let me get hang on. This is loud. I know it's loud. All right, so we're going to put that back. We're going to get a piece of parchment paper. I feel like, wow. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to do with the ink. We're going to heat press this, and then I think, let me look and see what oh, you know what? All right, hang on. This is where the more fun begins, y'all. If I can find what I'm looking for. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, come on, come on, come on. It's down here. That's not it. That might be, maybe it's going to be, Don't see it, don't see it. That's not it. So I'm looking for some trim. I've got a real pretty trim that I think I want to put on here. And I just have to see if I can find it. All right, we could do this. Do I want something? Pearls would probably be pretty. All right, let's get this heat set. All right, 30 seconds at 305 degrees. And we're going to have to do this in sections. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is so gorgeous. Two totally awesome looks on each side. I'm trying to think what happened to that trim that I had. It was a dangly trim, and I thought that would be, I think I'm not going to do any trim tonight because I want to find that other trim. All right, and then I'm going to move this over or down, I'm going to do 30 seconds again. It's a really, really pretty trim. I sure can't find it right now. It's not in there. All right, 15 seconds on this. Here's a small piece of this. Oh yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, I think I found the trim that I want to use. I think I want to use this. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's going to be it. That is definitely going to be it. We'll do it on the top and the bottom. That's it. Okay, I found what I want to do. I'm going to use this one. You wait till y'all see this. You're going to love it. All right, and then we're going to come over here. And we're going to do this side. And then I got an idea. We'll bring it all together with putting the same trim on both sides. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I'm trying to decide if I want to put some kind of, all right, we're going to move this over. Down here. Wow. Wait till y'all see what I want to show you. I'm so excited. Oh, I have so much fun doing this. Do y'all have so much fun doing your crafts? I love it. I love it. Because I never know where my projects are going to go. And you know, when I get down to the end and I see that they're coming together and it's like, oh, wow, this is so fun. There's a part of me that wants to do some kind of cabochons or dots. Maybe, oh, you know what? Ooh, I know what I can do. All right, hang on. We're not done yet. What time is it? 9:39? What time did I come on? I've been on an hour. I may have to do some of this, finish this later. Oops, we gotta turn that on. There, yeah. Did y'all see the flower that I made? This was made out of spoons. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I resined it. Isn't it pretty? That's made out of spoons. Spoons, paint, and heat. How about that? Isn't that fun? I like doing different fun stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I can get in and do a mass production too. But there's always a little bit of variation with it when I do it. All right, let me get this out of the way. And I am thinking, let's see here. All right, this is what I was thinking, but I don't think so. No, I think that's too busy. Now, it might go up there. Okay, now I've introduced a question mark to myself, because would that be pretty on there? Or, all right, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with this. I think this is the thing. I think this is what we need to do. We'll do that on here, and then we'll come down here and we'll sandwich it in between. That's what we're gonna do. All right, let me get my glue. We're gonna get my glue gun, and I don't know what happened to that other trim. All right, let's get the glue gun going, y'all, because I think this is going to be gorgeous. And then what we will do, all right, let me put this up here. We'll plug this in. Let me get it plugged in before I do anything else. Get this glue gun plugged in. I think this is going to be silver. I think silver. Well, should I do silver? I sure like this. I like this. We're going to do that and that. All right, let's see what we have. We've got some purple rhinestones here. Let me count, see how many. I don't know if I have enough of the big ones or if I need a little one. All right, so let's see. We're gonna put this out. And let's come over here. I had a whole roll of this stuff. I cannot find it anywhere. Whole roll. All right, let me put this up here. And we're going to come in here. And, oh, my picker pen. I forgot to get another one. All right, hang on. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Gonna see how this pans out. This is a rhinestone kit. And I'm thinking that we need some bigger rhinestones. So let me put this over here for right now. I'm not sure. Okay, all right, so let me see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, 12 times 1, 2, 3, more than I thought. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 72. I mean, 7 times 12 is 82. I may have to go with these here because I don't think I have enough of the big ones. If this size works, this will be great. And I'm thinking, oh, perfect. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, so we need 72 of these, y'all. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 40. Okay, I think I'm going to have enough. All right, so y'all just hold tight because we are going to, I wonder if we should, all right, we're going to put this on here first. Oh my goodness. All right, so let me make sure this is going to, wow. I think that's it. That's going to do it. That's going to be the ticket right there. All right, so let me get my, I just pulled it out. I know I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. All right, so here we go, y'all. We are going to put some rhinestones on here. Hoping we have enough. Hoping we have enough. And then we're going to come back and we are going to add some trim on here. And so here I go. I'm going to just add some B7000 in between where the diamonds are. Okay, and then we're going to come back, put the glue, and we're going to take and fill in each one of those little spots. Shazam! You know what? This is just going to be gorgeous. So we've got the smaller rhinestones on the back side of this, and we've got larger rhinestones and the Harlequin pattern on this side. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Who would have thought? Just a little bit of paint. Oh, I didn't turn that inside out. It'll be okay. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. All right, here we go. So that's the first row. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to do the next row. We're going to fill each one of these in. I haven't decided yet if I'm going gold or if I'm going silver, but I'm thinking I'm going silver, but we'll see. This is like almost like a 20-inch bag, y'all. It's a pretty big size bag. All right, I'm going to turn this over. Now this little Totally Dazzled thing, it turns your rhinestones right side up. All right, here we go. Just putting them on one at a time. And so now what we have is instead of having one bag or having a bag with a design on one side, we now have a double-sided bag that is going to be absolutely gorgeous, whichever side it's used on. Okay, here we go. We got this row done. And it looks like I need to put one right over there, so I'm going to add one right here. I probably should have, I'm not going to finish that yet because I may come back and add something on the end there. I may not be done, y'all. You know, it seems like the project is never done, doesn't it? And just putting a dab of glue in between each one of these Harlequins. This is an essential stencil. Okay. All right, here we go. I feel like I need to put one more row or column on the end there, and I may do that. I may have to go off after I get offline. I'll add another row. Once again, it just kicks it up another notch. Every layer that you add just adds to the beauty of whatever project you're doing. Okay, wow. All right, here we go. Just filling in these spaces. Now, when you buy your B7000, I recommend that you buy it in a smaller tube Oops, I'm not going to do that one yet. I'm going to hold that off because I think I'm going to add okay. This is 25 milliliters. This is a good size tube. I've bought bigger tubes, but the thing about the bigger tubes is that they tend to dry out, and I don't know, just I don't use it fast enough. Y'all may use it faster than I do, but I didn't use it fast enough to warrant getting a large, like 100 milliliter tube or something like that. All right, there we go. Wow. All right, here we go. Oh, that can turn off because we're done with it now. I'll wipe this off because it's kind of getting... All right, we're almost done, y'all. One last thing I'm going to do before we sign off is, wow. Okay. Let me put that there. Whoops. And we almost had enough to do all of these with what I poured in here, so that's good to know. These went a long way. If purple is your color, this is the bag for you. I do sell all of my projects that I make online, if any of y'all are interested. Got wedding gifts coming up, birthdays coming up. Okay, and I'm going to do that row last. Okay, then I've got a couple more to go. This is kind of, it's all fun. I like all the stages of all the different ways that we can craft and blend colors together. Would have never dreamed that these three colors would turn out looking as pretty as they do, but boy did they look good together. It just really causes your eye to dance across your canvas, and that's what you want it to do. And the way you get your eyes, you get people's eyes to dance across the canvas is you use a multiple, a variety of colors. Because people are, your eye is looking for what is different. It's attracted to the things that are different, light and dark, high contrast. Now we could have put like a gold or something in between these and added another color, but I just chose to go with the purple because I have those. Those are the larger, what do you call it? Larger. He's getting ready to die. So, all right, let me put the lid on this. Wow, y'all. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so I'm gonna go offline, and this is what we have so far. I will show y'all what we have. Look at that. Will you look at that? Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so I feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll put something down here at the bottom or the top, but I'm going to stop for tonight. This is what we have, and I'm going to go ahead and I will probably, I think I'm going to add this in here. I think that'll be really, really pretty. But I don't want to put this on yet because I've got to get the stencil. Let me show you. I'm going to come back in here, and I think I've got to wait for this to dry, so hang on. My plan is to come over here and then I need to add one more row here, but I've got to wait for this to dry before I do it, because I want to do this section right in here. But I'm going to wait for these rhinestones to dry, and then after they dry, I will, and I stencil that last section on the back here. Then I will come in and put the trim on. But I may wait and just do this online tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I think I'm going to put some rhinestones up at the top here, and make sure that I have enough room. Maybe I'll put the trim on first, and maybe I don't need it. Oh, and I got to come down here and do this here, so I can do this way before I go off. And so what do y'all think? You gonna try this? So there's a combination of Chalk Couture on one side, Essential Stencil on the other side, and Totally Dazzled for the bling. And then there's also some, I'm gonna hold off on that one. There's also some, Hobby Lobby is where the bag came from. Oh, there we go. Chalk Couture, Essential Stencil, Hobby Lobby, Chalk Couture's ink, Essential Stencils brushes. And I will not be on tomorrow night because we are playing cards with our friends, but I should be back come Saturday. Okay, I think that's what we got, y'all. I think that's where you look at that. Now look at the backs, the front of this too. This is the front, and this is the back. This is the front, Lavender Fields, and this is the back. How gorgeous is that? All right, y'all. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. If you're just hopping on, if you'll go back and watch the replay, and I hope you have a great night. I love you. Jesus loves you more, and I will see you Saturday. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.